So great. So I see you're using both the ing and the to be. That's great. Okay, how about this little guy, this little doggy? What does he need? The stuff needs to be thrown away. Yes, Helen, I would agree. They could throw some of that trash away. The dog needs feeding. Good. He needs a treat. Okay, good. So if we would put that in verb form, the dog needs, instead of, so it's interesting, Irina, you said the dog needs eating. If you say the dog needs eating, that's a good point. You're saying that somebody else needs to eat the dog, which isn't true. So in this case, we'd say the dog needs to eat. We can't say the dog needs eating. We need to say the dog needs to eat. If you say the dog needs eating, it means that somebody else should eat him. Needs to be fed. Yes, needs to be fed or needs feeding. Good, the dog needs feeding. What about this? What about this house? What would you say about that, this house? The house needs repairing, the house needs painting, the house needs to be burned, the house needs painting, the house needs repairing, the house needs to be repainted, house needs to be repainted. Great. The house needs to be decorated. Good. Something needs to be done with this house, for sure. The house needs painting. Okay. What about this dress? What would you say about this dress? It needs to be ironed. The dress needs to be ironed. The dress needs ironing. Good. Great. How about the plant? This dress needs to be thrown out. Very good. Okay. What about the plant? What would you say about the plant? Yep. Needs watering, needs watering, needs watering, needs to be watered. Good. Go through the rest of these quickly. How about this apple? Need to be watered, needs to be watered. Good. What would you say about the apple? Just got a couple more of these. The apple needs to be dumped. It needs to be painted. Okay. Needs to be thrown out. Apple needs to be suggested to the enemies. Oh, yeah, to get your enemies to eat something like this. Good. Okay. It needs throwing away, or it needs to be thrown away. Great. Okay, I think this is the last one. The apple needs to be thrown. Good. The apple needs to be in the garbage. Okay, in this case, Alona, we don't say being. You can only use the ing form of be if it's something active. The apple needs to be in the garbage. Okay. What would you say about this recycling bin? It needs to be emptied. The rubbish needs to be dumped. Good, Ksenia. Okay, the trash bin needs to be emptied. Great, needs to be, the bin needs emptying. Okay, good. So we're seeing a lot of these we use need a lot. It's active technically, but the meaning is passive. All right, we're going to go on and take a quick look at another use of the passive, and we use the passive a lot when we're reporting speech. If you remember, some people say is direct speech, but we report what people say about something else. And we use the passive construction a lot in this. So if you take a look at this woman here, this is Martha. She is old, and nobody knows exactly how old she is. People say she is 108 years old. So we use a passive construction often to express these kind of things. We could say, it is said. So we don't know who is saying it. It's just something out there that people are talking about. It is said that she is 108 years old. So we use this when we're not talking about just one person saying something. It's reported speech, but it's in general something that is common that everyone's talking about. It is said that she is 100 years old, or Martha is said to be 108 years old. So both of those being in the passive construction. It is said plus that, or Martha being the subject is said and then to be. So notice that is said in both cases are the passive construction of said, but the first one you use that and then a that clause following said, and the second one you just use the verb to be. Let's see if there's another example. So we use a lot of these with believe, consider, think, know,